What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Racy Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. It's finally happening, man. Finally. We've been waiting for this fight for years, and it is finally happening today. I live here in the US, and the good thing is that I don't have to wait until 10 p.m. to actually watch the main event of a boxing fight. Usually all the fights that I watch, they always start around 10 or 11 p.m. like for MMA fights, for boxing fights. But it is kind of strange though, because the main events here in the US in Central Time, they usually start around 5 to 6 p.m. if they take place in Saudi Arabia, which is this fight is going to take place. So I'm going to give you my prediction on who I believe is going to win. I'm hoping that Tyson Fury actually gets the win, but I don't think it's not going to be an easy fight for him. Usyk, man. Usyk is just, I believe he has the better IQ than Tyson Fury, and I feel like Tyson Fury, he might have the power and also the speed, but like that IQ, man, that IQ that Usyk has is just out of this world, and I probably that could be the downfall for Tyson Fury. Maybe the speed as well, but like the power punching, nah, I think Tyson just hits way harder than Oleksandr Usyk. Just take a look at the fight that Usyk had against Anthony Joshua. Well, actually, both fights. In the very first one, Usyk was just in control the whole time, and he was just giving Joshua a run for his money. Dude, he was like beating the hell out of him, and Joshua did not know what to do with him at all. In the second fight, Anthony Joshua, he came with a little bit of punches against him, but that wasn't enough. Usyk still won that match. It would have been crazy though if they gave that fight to Anthony Joshua. But I believe he did beat him comfortably in both fights. But this one, man, I think the fight that he had against Tyson Fury, I think that actually woke him up, man, because he looks like he is very prepared to go to war against Usyk. They're fighting to become undisputed. Both of these guys are undefeated. Whoever wins becomes undisputed. This is going to be insane, man. Hopefully it's a good fight. Maybe it's going to be a very strategic fight. Maybe Tyson Fury might go down at least once, but I'll be surprised if Tyson actually brings Usyk down at least twice or so. That would be insane. Because I feel like maybe Tyson Fury does not have a chin anymore. Like, I've noticed that almost in every single fight, he always goes down, but he always comes back up very fast. That's what I noticed on his last fight against Francis Ngannou. Francis, they gave him a great fight, but we all know that he didn't take that fight serious. Tyson, he didn't take that fight very serious, because we didn't notice that Anthony Joshua, when he fought Francis Ngannou, everyone was rooting against him. Like, people really thought that he was going to get KO'd by Francis, including me. But it didn't happen. It was the other way around. And it was at round 2. It was a quick fight, man. That was a very quick fight for a very big payday for Anthony Joshua, even Francis Ngannou. But yeah, man, this is going to be a fight for the ages. This probably might be better than Wilder versus Tyson Fury. We're going to see, man. We're going to see who wants some more. Who is going to be undisputed and who would remain undefeated. This is going to be a great fight, man, and I can't wait. It's probably going to start in an hour or so. Right now, right here where I am is 4:37 p.m. And the fight is supposedly like the walkout is supposedly gonna start at 5. But usually they always start like 20 minutes later or so. Like they always give interviews and stuff to people. So yeah, maybe around 5:15 or so, that's when they're actually gonna start walking into the ring. But I can't wait, man. I really can't wait to actually see this. The very first big fight that I actually saw, like for heavyweights, like coming back into boxing back in, damn, I believe in 2021, it was Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3. Like I really did not know much about these guys, but like I just know that the very first match, it became a draw, and the second one, Tyson Fury won that match comfortably. So that third fight, that was epic, man. That was a very good fight. That was my very first fight watching like all heavyweights just fighting each other. Before I actually saw Manny Pacquiao fight this guy named Ugas, and I was very disappointed, man. It sucked that Manny Pacquiao had to take the loss against this guy named Ugas. That's what brought me back into boxing, because I saw my favorite boxer just fighting again. And I guess that was his last fight, and he hasn't fought since. Like really, he hasn't really fought since. Supposedly he was gonna fight Floyd Mayweather, but I don't think that's not gonna happen, dude. Cause they did mention it like in the beginning of the year that supposedly that these two were going to fight each other, but I doubt it, man. I doubt it. Now I'm hearing that Floyd Mayweather is going to fight Virgil Ortiz, I believe that's his first name. Yeah, I don't think it's not gonna happen between those two ever again. And it's not even gonna be for a pro fight. It's just a exhibition type of fight that Mayweather's going to have against Ortiz. So yeah. But now going back to Tyson Fury versus Usyk. These guys are very competitive, and we're going to see, man, who wants it more. Hopefully Tyson Fury, man. Hopefully Tyson Fury gets the win against Usyk. But Usyk is no slouch, man. He's bringing his A game. He's very serious. Even on the press conference, when on the face-off, Tyson Fury didn't even want to look at Usyk. I don't know why, man. It's going to be a good fight, man. I'm very excited. We're going to see who wants it more, dude. Who wants to be undefeated and who wants to be undisputed. Now, let's move on to George Kambosos versus Vasily Lomachenko. What did I tell you guys? I freaking knew that Vasily Lomachenko was going to beat Kambosos. And it was very convincing, man. It was pretty easy. Maybe his easiest fight up to date. He actually knocked him down around round 10, I believe. And now I almost had my prediction right. Like I did mention on the last podcast that he was going to knock him down around round 8 or 9. But he finished the fight on round 10. That was a great fight, man. I'll probably, maybe I'm going to just give one round to George Kambosos. It was really hard for Kambosos to figure it out. Lomachenko, he was just that good, man. His footwork, his punches that he was connecting against Kambosos' face, he just was out of this world. He just couldn't touch him, man. He was a beast. He still is a beast, man. I think he's like around 36 years old. Yeah, man. Vasily Lomachenko, he is a champion once again. Rumors are saying that supposedly he's going to fight Gervonta Davis, but we don't know. We never really know these days if they actually are going to take these fights or not, because maybe one of them doesn't want to fight the other guy. Maybe like Tank, he doesn't want to fight Vasily Lomachenko. After what he just witnessed against Kambosos, I don't think he doesn't want the smoke. I don't know, man. It's going to be a good fight, though. Tank Davis versus Lomachenko. It could be a very close fight. Maybe Tank has figured him out, or maybe not. And probably Lomachenko might take Tank Davis's O away from him. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a great fight if it ever happens. But I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure what's going to happen next for Lomachenko. Now that he's champion, let's see what he's gonna do next. As for Tank Davis, Tank is gonna fight this guy named Frank, another undefeated guy. I'm really not familiar with Frank, so I'm not really gonna say my prediction for that fight because it's just I'm just probably just gonna be biased against him and say that Tank Davis might beat him. No, I really have no clue about his fighting style, so I probably might just research him and just like study his work, study how he fights, and maybe I'll make a prediction when the fight is actually close. But yeah, man, I am looking forward to seeing Tank Davis once again because it's been over a year since he has fought. I think his last fight was against Ryan Garcia, and he did beat him, which did suck, man, because I didn't want Ryan Garcia to beat him, but it did not happen. He got the KO around round 7 or 8. Yeah, that really did suck for Ryan Garcia. And now, guys, I want to move on to the Strangers movies. The newest one just recently came out, The Strangers Chapter 1, and the reviews, they're very bad, man. So look, I will tell you the score. Wow. Yesterday, the score was at 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, like the critics score. But now, guys, this is now at 13%. That's for the critics score, and also for the audience score, it is 40%. That's very bad. And I also saw this other YouTuber, he did mention that they really didn't change much like of the original movie. Like they supposedly copy almost the whole story of what happened in the very first movie, but they just tweaked it. They just tweaked this movie and just had a few minor differences. That's about it. Just by what I saw in the trailer itself, yeah, man, I could already tell that it was very similar to the very first movie. So I think that's why, man, I freaking knew that this movie wasn't right. And they are planning to do 2 more movies. And that's the crazy part. They're gonna try to make 3 more movies. Actually, just 2 more. This was the first one, and then 2 more. But we're gonna see if the second one is better than this one, man, because that is very disappointing. I have seen the original one, the one that came out back in 2008, I believe, and Strangers on Paradise. I forgot the name, but I've seen that one as well. I haven't seen the newest one, but like the reviews are coming in and they're saying that it's very disappointing, dude. I'm still gonna watch it when I have the chance to, but that really does suck, man. That really does suck for the Strangers franchise. The very first one, man, that's like a very underrated movie. It's not really talked about a lot. Like, I have my other YouTube channel, which is just my name, Cristopher Zamora. Like, I made a whole video essay about it like 2 years ago of the very first movie. That's a very good home invasion movie. If you're just looking to get scared, like watch it with a friend, you will enjoy that movie. Or if you've never seen it before, that's a movie I would recommend you to watch. It's a good one, man. But yeah, dude, just hearing the reviews for this movie, that's very disappointing, dude. I would try to watch this movie when I have the chance to, and I will give you a review of the movie when I'm able to watch the movie. But that's very harsh, dude. That's really harsh. And yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for listening. If you guys did made it this far, make sure to actually follow this podcast on whichever platform you are listening to it. If you are listening to it on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, make sure to follow it. And also remember to recommend this podcast to a friend or neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about combat sports or horror stuff. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do, man. And yeah, guys, this is episode 75. We're 15 episodes away of reaching episode 100. Damn, that's crazy. 75 weeks in a row and still going, man. Still going strong. Almost there. We'll see if we can make it. Yeah, guys, that's it for this podcast. Again, thank you so much for listening. Take care and live to the fullest. Bye.